Hey everyone. So today is the first day of the Mixed Media March. Carrie the Crafters Jelly Printing Mixed Media March. I think I'm saying that right. So I did all of the prints on paper, preparing for that. And of course, the first thing, my mind is like a gnat that I want to do is on fabric. I picked up a whole bunch of paint samples, and there are a lot of textures like brick and wood and metal kind of thing. And I wanted this to be the inside cover, and I want it to resemble like an old stucco Italian looking home. In my mind, I can see it, but what it's going to turn out like, I have no idea because I've never done this before. This is really a neat material. It kind of has a texture to it, and I can't remember what they called it. I got it on one of the online sales, and I can't remember. I keep thinking straw, but that's not right. It's really, really soft. And then I have some of this white that kind of reminds me of seersucker. I don't know why it does, because I'm not even really sure what seersucker is, but it's got these little white flecks in it. I thought that would make a really good print as well. Maybe not for the Italian, but we'll just make some marks on it and see what happens. I don't have any color that's like a brick red. So first, I think what I want to do is I want to just, because this is kind of the color of the stucco. So I want to add just a little bit of the reddish browns in to give it some texture. And I'm just going to mix a little bit here on this smaller gel plate. I hope this works. In my mind, it's going to go just as smooth as silk, but who knows? Like I said, I don't really have any of the true colors to do this with. I'm just playing. I'm just going to, oops, sorry. I'm just going to take a paintbrush and mix that around and see what color that's kind of it. That's kind of cool. That's what I was kind of going for. So I'm going to keep my paintbrush here, find my little roller. Thinking that this sponge with the holes in it might make a good, I'm going to tear off a piece of it, or cut off. It doesn't feel like it's wanting to tear. And I've lost my little gel print roller. But I have in my mind that this sponge here is really going to be a good thing to dab at it with. We'll see. See how this goes. And this may not be at all what I'm hoping it to be, but we're going to play with it and see anyway. I'm going to smooth this out a little bit. And I think I'm just going to lay this stencil right here on my plate and kind of go over it. Like I say, I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I was intending to watch some of Carrie's stuff today and see if I could figure out how to do fabric. And I ran all day and I didn't get it done. So let's see what we end up with here. I might have such a thin layer that it won't come off. Of course, they're smaller than I wanted, but it is kind of like I want. What do you think of it? And it doesn't even have to be to the ground. I think that's still a bit dark, and I'm going to have to go over that with some of the whitish cream color that I have here, because it's darker than I wanted it to be. I can tell you right now, I should have done it on the other side of the plate. I'm doing it backwards as to what I need. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to take and just make some random move it around, just, you know, random, and stamp some of this white in there. The strips I have, I don't know what I think I'm going to do with it, but who knows. I can tell you this, that so far it looks nothing like I want it to look. I can say that. I don't know. I think I want some gray in here. I don't know why, but I think I do. Whoops, that's a lot of gray. Let's put some on this thing. And then I also want to take my sponge and make some texture in it, maybe. I'm dabbing some of this off and I'm putting it on this strip. And I gotta say, it's looking kind of cool. So let me do some on this. Probably shouldn't do the whole thing, but look at me go. I'm doing the whole thing. Never know. Okay, at first I thought I was going to love it, but I'm thinking now, I don't know if I do or not. Okay, well, I'm going to leave that there and look at it for a minute and see what I think. And then on this one, I'm going to use this Mars and see if I can't pick up some of that texture of the gray and the white and all the things on maybe this strip. Since, you know, it's not... Well, the thing on it is I can always make clusters. I can tear pieces off of it, and it's going to look good. I can stamp it. I can do all kinds of things to help it along. You know, I just feel like I want to do something like this. And I'm not hating that. Okay. Kind of cool, actually. So let's, you know what? Let's lift some things. Get some things happening in here. And I'm just going to lay this down. This is going to be the biggest mess you have ever seen. And Carrie is not going to be proud of this. He's going to be like, oh, gosh, are you sure you don't want to? No, I don't love it. I don't love it. I think you're supposed to put a number and sign it and all kinds of things. And I'm not, you know what, though, I will say, I wondered, why does he want it to be signed? That seems like, why? And I watched the video again. You know, my memory span is not good. And I didn't remember all the reasons he said that it needed to be, he thought it should be signed. And it made total sense. I thought, you know what? He's right. Yeah, it needs to be signed. And I'm really liking the color. I don't like that none of the brick is showing. But I do love the color of this. I gotta say, can you see all the colors happening in here? Well, you can't with it shoved up in your face, can you? Okay. Can you? It is really cool. I think I'm turning out to be happy with this. I have the edge of some music paper, and I'm gonna lay that down here too, because I do like, I think I'm gonna go with the gray. I do like that for like tabs and stuff. I think that will look cool. Ooh, isn't that cool? That's going to look neat. It's going to be some neat edges. I like that. Ooh. Okay. So now I've got this paper. Music paper. It's just a scrap I had here. I like that color, and I am going to love that, I bet you. I bet you that's going to turn out to be a neat piece. I'm going to try to figure out a way to create some bricks on here. Or maybe I should just leave it like a stucco look. I don't know. We're going to try something, though. Let me clear off my plate, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I had an idea. It's, you know, my ideas so far with this jelly plate have went sliding down the hill fast, but I'm going to try it on this piece first. You know, if it fails miserably, it doesn't matter. I haven't ruined my sheet. I can still use it as beautiful background. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this gray. Doesn't really matter where. I'm going to, well, look what I did. What a mess. I tell you, me and acrylic paint. I do love using it, but it hates me. Okay, so I'm thinking, oh, Joanne sent me something that looked kind of like this. Wondering if it would create texture. Ooh. This isn't the one she sent me. I need to go get it because I'm liking that. Like, that's out, that would be on the wall. I really do like that. Okay, so I'm going to use this thing, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I had in my mind I would run it across like a brick. Because I used to be a bricklayer. No, I did not. But my dad did. My dad could do anything. He was so cool. Okay, that's not really turning out like I haven't. Well, I don't know. Is it or not? I bet if you're a painter, you're just cringing right now, but that's, it's okay. It's okay to play. It's okay not to be as good as someone else. Just, do you. Thought about getting a paintbrush and doing this, but I don't know why I thought this would be a good idea. But it actually is turning out pretty good. Okay, let me ask you, if you're just, what do you think about that? Oh, I know what else I need. I need some like texture in here. And you know what I found at the secondhand store today? It was a Tim Holtz stencil. And I've laid it somewhere and I can't find it. So I'm going to find it because I think it would be perfect for the color I'm wanting to get in that. And I do like this. I do think, I don't like my bricks. I didn't do good. I know that. But I think that stencil is going to just save the day. So hang on. So here is the stencil. And it came in a bag with all of these kind of cool stickers and sayings. I don't know if these are Tim Holtz or not, but I thought they were kind of neat. It's got some papers. I love this fairy one. Isn't that pretty? And here are I was wanting to show you oh, here they are. These kind of like letters. I think they look kind of neat. They're not all there, so I'll have to try to figure out what words I can spell with them. But I got all of it for $3, and I didn't think that was terrible. Shoot, the Tim Holtz stencil was worth that to me. Okay, so I have a little yellow here. I don't know why yellow, but yellow ochre. And again, I don't know why I'm choosing that, but there it is. I need to get my sponge and dab in these little holes. Ooh, I kind of like that. And I know this really isn't jelly printing right here, what I'm doing. I'm just messing. I'm loving that. I hope you can see that. Ooh, I need to put it in my bricks. What am I doing? The whole point was to put it in the bricks, right? I'm going to mix a little bit of the yellow and a little bit of the gray. I'm going to do some of those inside here. See what we come up with. Okay. I love it. I do. Look at that. Do you think that looks cool? Because I really do. I really do. I know the lines don't look good, but to me, it's beautiful. I really like that. Okay. We're going to do that on our big piece. And maybe this part doesn't count because I'm actually not I'm not doing it on the jelly plate. I'm just, mixing the colors and dabbing it on. But I do, gosh, I love that. Okay, so let's paint. I think what I want to do, I wonder about painting a brick on this and then, putting it on this. What that would look like. Let's see what we get. Whew, it kind of looks like brick, doesn't it? Let's do it. I say, let's just commit. All right, so I had a paintbrush. What did I do with that? Oh, it fell on the floor. Let's see what we get if I paint it first and then go back over it with this little spatula thing. Maybe I'm making my bricks too big. What do you think? Well, it's not terrible, but it's not like you can really see the brick. You know what I mean? But I am loving, I think that, look at me go. I'm getting brave, ain't I? I'm just painting on my canvas. Well, you know what? Maybe it's not what I wanted, but I gotta say, that is really pretty. And it does remind me of Italian. I don't know how, but it does. Maybe it's the terracotta look, or I don't know, but I like it. I do like it. I'm not unhappy about it. So, I need to put a number on it. This is going to be the inside of one of my journals. So I'm going to stamp a number for the first day. I think I want to use a little bit. I know that I should not do it with the acrylic paint, but that's what I'm doing. I want to put a little, I want to make a, here about, kind of color I got there, but we're going to see, aren't we? It looks kind of pink. No, I think it's going to be okay. All right, so here goes nothing, folks. I'm going to put a little number 1 down there in the corner. Ooh, boy, that's pretty. I want to stamp another one. I'm going to do it on the other corner. You see it? Number 1. And I'm going to put it on this other piece too. You guys, I'm sorry about this tutorial. It's not a tutorial. You're just watching me play for Mixed Media March. And that's okay. It doesn't have to be, you know, a wonderful thing. I think that the idea was just to play. And we've definitely done that. I gotta say, I do love all of these colors in there, though. I know it's not what I had in mind, but it is pretty. Well, let me clean up my mess here, and then we'll come back and I will see if I can sign it. I hope you all aren't terribly disappointed with this, because once you see it as the inside cover of what I'm talking about, I think you're going to be like, hey, you know, that's not so bad. I'm hoping I have enough to fold over like this. The journal I want to make is, I don't know how wide this is. That'll be a flap, something like that. Yeah, it'll be okay. So maybe I'll initial, I have a 1 here and a 1 here. Maybe I'll just initial, where should I initial? Up in a corner? Something like that. Well, I'm going to post it. I'm not sad. I think that these pieces, especially these pieces, are going to make great tabs and border pieces. I feel the same way about these little pieces that I've done. And it didn't turn out anything like I thought it would. Nothing. I, I can't say it was what I wanted, but I can say that I'm going to use it. It's going to be fine. I love the colors that it gave, and it was fun to play and just figure out what, you know, what happens when you do it on fabric. And I am going to watch more tutorials and hopefully get better at it. And I'm going to continue to play, which will also make me get better at it. And maybe one of these days I'm going to come back and look at this first little thing that I've done and think, you know what, that was a good try, but I figured out how to do it. But as I'm looking at this, look at this piece right here. This is what I was thinking. Look at all that texture. Isn't that pretty? I think this will make a great inside for a journal cover. And I think, wow, I have a lot on my hands. Thank you guys for watching. I know that this, like I said, was not where I was going. I don't think, you know, but if nothing else, at least you can see what happens on this kind of material, how it looks on this kind of material. And I'm sure that as I was doing things, you might think, ooh, if you would have done that, maybe it would work. If it sparked anything in you at all to try something on your own, then I think this was a win, because I like it. I'm going to use it. And I hope that you have fun playing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.